Hey guys, welcome back to Caveman Mining. I hope everyone is well and having a great day. On today's video, we are going to be covering with you RAPTOREUM.
Clever girl.
And with RAPTOREUM, we're going to be doing two things. We're going to be showing you first how to mine it, where to go to mine it, and the second is going to be showing you guys my experience mining RAPTOREUM over the last 24 hours. So first things first, let's go ahead and have you guys jump to raptoreum.com, and we're going to focus on two things. The first is going to be the download section. You're going to be looking for a wallet. So if you download the wallet here on raptoreum.com, it's going to point you to the GitHub site, which is going to allow you to download in Windows and Ubuntu the RAPTOREUM core is what it's called. So that is the native wallet. The other wallet that you can download that will allow you to use RAPTOREUM is Zelcore. So those of you who use Zelcore for other wallets, you might as well use this for RAPTOREUM to centralize everything, just to make it easy for yourself. So once you get your wallet, the second thing you're going to do is go to the CPU miner, and again that's going to bring you to GitHub and the latest version, which has a hotfix. I'm not going to go over the details too much here, but it's 1.2.41, and it's going to tell you to download the Windows version. Here is in 7-zip, so that is going to allow you to extract the miner. So I'm going to go ahead and remote into a machine that we just freshly downloaded the RAPTOREUM miner on, and it is the Intel i5 that we're using. And once you extract the zip file into a folder like this, you're going to focus on two things. The first is going to be the config.json file. So we're going to go ahead and open that with a notepad. And the few things that we want to keep in mind here at the top is the URL. That's going to be your pool and your server for the pool. For us, we're using Flock Pool, and we're on the US server. It will have by default, if you do it through RAPTOREUM, it will use Flock Pool, and West is the backup. So go ahead and feel free to modify that if you want to use a different pool. The second thing that we want to look at here is the user is going to contain our wallet address dot our worker. So keep that in mind. And then your algorithm is going to be GR for, I believe it's called Ghost Rider is the algorithm. So make sure that that is keyed in. And the last thing on this config file is the tune-full. By default, when you download it, it will have false here. So I recommend you to change that to true when you first run the batch file or the config, because you want to tune your CPU with the miner. And that's going to give you higher hash rates and better efficiencies, things of that nature. So once you have that all set up, you just simply click the CPU miner batch file. Now we did this quite some time ago on this i5, and it's going to tune probably for about a couple hours, and you're going to notice that it's already sort of kind of mining at this point, and you're going to see different hash rates and what they call rotations. So it's kind of micro algorithms that it's obtaining to mine RAPTOREUM. So obviously, like anything else, the higher the hash rate, the better. This is starting out with hashes, and then once we break the 1,000 hashes, we'll get into the kilohash ratio. So in a nutshell, that's how the mining could get started with RAPTOREUM. It is quite as simple as that. The next thing that I want to cover that ties into that, as I mentioned, Flock Pool is the pool that we have chose. And now we have 5, now it's going to be 5 CPUs that are mining on this, but we did a 24-hour mining on here with 4, and I would say not super consistent. Some of these machines were on and off and some of them were paused during certain points to edit the PC and all of that. But pretty much what you're seeing here is about 106 or just over 106 Raptoreum in a 24-hour span. So what we want to do is actually go to CoinGecko, Raptoreum, Coin Mining Gecko, and we're going to plug in. Here's the current price, 0.055460. I'm just going to say 106. So we're just shy of $6 a day for 24 hours on those 4 CPUs. So not so bad. And we look at, this Raptoreum had a massive run over the weekend, almost 0.08 8 cents a coin. So value is up pretty high, but still, even where it's at, still profitable to mine. And I want to show you guys another site. So it's mineraptoreum.com, and this is where it will be helpful for you to know what your profitability is based off of your CPUs. So we'll just take an example, one Ryzen 9 3900X, and you can see it's at $2.91 a day at 12 cents a kilowatt ratio. So I don't have, this site doesn't have all of the CPUs or the CPU models that I have, but I will quickly go over what I have here. So I've got, like I said, 5 CPUs, starting with the AMD Ryzen 3900X, which is a 12-core, 24-thread processor. I then have an i7, which it's on the laptop that I'm using now, which is a 10750H, which is a 6-core, 12-thread. I have an Intel i3 10100, which is a 4-core, 8-thread, an Intel i7 4770K, which is a 4-core, 8-thread. And last but not least, the machine that we remoted into, which is an Intel i5 6400, 4 cores and 4 threads. So I'm hoping, all of those CPUs will do pretty well in terms of mining. Now, I will advise you guys that 2 of those CPUs are in Hive OS, and they are conjoined or running simultaneously with rigs that are running GPU miners. Now, that is not super advisable, because with Raptoreum you want to leverage all of the power that you have to your CPUs. So some of that power draw is being sucked away from the CPUs and going into the GPUs. The other things that you want to keep in mind also is memory. Now, a lot of people think you need high-end memory or super fast memory. That is actually not the case. There are certain CLIs that you want to run, and it has actually been recommended that you don't run in XMP mode. That kind of tweaks a little bit with the stability of the CPU mining, and actually worsens the hash rate. So quite a few things to keep in mind while doing this. I'm going to continue trying this, and I'm open to any suggestions, and I'm scouring for information. I've been kind of intently watching other miners on YouTube to see what they've been up to. And I just wanted to highlight 2 YouTube miners. One of them is Chump Change XD. You can see here that he's got a Raptoreum CPU mining wall, which is pretty wild. It's pretty insane, very creative. And he's got, I believe, 5 of them stacked up, mounted vertically on his garage wall. And he's got a bunch of Ryzens, and I know he's been kind of pedal to the metal with this thing, and he's made some pretty good profits. And definitely check him out in terms of information he's supplied. The other guy I want you to look at is Rabid Mining. Now, I would call him the godfather, or like I told him, the messiah of Raptoreum. And the cool thing about him is not only is he one of the most knowledgeable people that I know about Raptoreum and CPU mining, but he's actually involved with a a personalized community pool, which has now up to 2,000 miners, which is the 011 data pool. So yeah, Rabid, when I am done testing things out on Flock, I will probably hop over to the pool and check that out with you guys, because I think you guys get a lot of great things going on. But I will probably be reaching out to both of you guys to tap your brain on information and refinements of what I can do better with my setup before I jump to make any more investments. But yeah, this is a cool project. I know Rabid said in the past that you know, Raptoreum is working on smart contracts in the future, and there's quite a great development team, and the project is pretty solid. So not financial advice. I'm not telling folks to go out there and start investing thousands of dollars. You have to make that decision for yourself. For me, I plan to just keep experimenting and potentially investing a little bit of money, but we'll see where things go over the next couple weeks with just kind of mining it where I'm at today. So, but things are definitely looking up and promising, and yeah, I'm excited to learn more. So with that said, guys, I hope you liked today's video and today's content. Please leave me in the comment and in the description if you guys are mining Raptoreum and what do you know about that, and share your experience. That would be nice to hear from you guys. And yeah, please feel free to like and subscribe if you like the content today. And I hope to continue my Raptoreum mining journey to put out a little bit more content as we go. Maybe a check-in a little bit in the future to see where things go. With that all said, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.